Welcome back, everyone. My nose was itching. Welcome back, everyone, to podcast number 6, I believe. Today, we're going to be talking about coaching. Now, before we start with this, I just want to say I'm not here to promote my coaching. I'm here to actually just talk about it. But before we talk about it, I want to say, CoachBlanket.com, the discounts are going to go away after today. Today is your last day to get on these discounts. To get on that buy one, get one free discount, where you buy a coaching session and you get one free, but also the DuoQ discount where you get $30 off of the DuoQ coaching. The codes will be below. And if you're just listening, then the code for the buy one, get one free, the code is free. And then the code for DuoQ, the code is Duo. So without further ado, let's talk about this. So of course, we always want to start off with a quote. I got two for you though, just because I feel like today's a special occasion. I don't know why, it just is. So the first quote that we have here is actually by Pete Carroll. So this quote says, each person holds so much power within themselves that needs to be let out. Sometimes they just need a little nudge, a little direction, a little support, a little coaching, and the greatest things can happen. This next quote is by Tom Mahalo. The power of coaching is this. You are expected to give people the path to find the answers, not the answers. So I only started off with those quotes because, as I said before, I'm going to be starting off with quotes that actually have a segue into what I'm talking about for the rest of the podcast. So I bring this up because when we think about coaching, well, let's kind of back it up for a little bit. What is a coach? Well, a coach is just someone who gives direction. A coach is someone who helps someone along the way, whether you're a life coach, a fitness coach, like a basketball coach, baseball coach, whatever. Your job is essentially the same. Put someone on the right path to success. Pretty simple, right? But the thing is, when we look at it from the league community, coaching is frowned upon. And I'm not saying coaching is frowned upon in a sense of like people hate coaches. They don't. But coaching is frowned upon when someone is having it, I guess you can say. So what do I mean by that? If you've ever told someone, hey, I'm getting coaching, the response is usually a little bit iffy to negative, right? Like, oh, why are you getting a coach? You don't need a coach. XYZ. Same thing for like if I'm like, hey, I offer coaching. And I'm like, the first thing someone comes out their mouth is, I don't have any money. Even if I'm talking about it's free, it's I don't have any money. So what about coaching is so frowned upon in league where even if it is free, people still don't want it? One thing that I've noticed is when there's a coach, well, I'll back that up. I'm sorry. This isn't scripted, so I'm stumbling a little bit. One thing that I've noticed is that 99.9% of players, if you offer free coaching and it is in an environment where it's a one-on-one, they will 1,000% take it. 99.9%. Now, if I do the same thing and I offer free coaching in an environment of actually League of Legends, where maybe we're in the game or like we're in a lobby or something like that, the response is always negative, where it's like, you know, even if it's normals, like there's always a negative response to coaching, even if it's free. It's weird how if you take someone out of the element of the game that you're trying to coach them on, they're a lot more perceptive of what you have to say versus saying you're a coach or something like that in the realm of League of Legends. Why does that happen? I think it comes down to the point where how much do you care? And you could say, well, League of Legends is just a game. I'm not trying to be pro. I'm not trying to do anything like that. Okay, so what about the coaches that are in elementary school? What about the coaches that are in middle school, high school, college? The players that get coached by these coaches, the players don't just play the sport to be a pro. Maybe their parents are like, hey, have an after school activity. Boom, there you go. We're playing basketball. You don't really want to play basketball, but you got to do something because your parents, want you to have an after school activity. Or maybe you're doing it for credits. Whatever, experience, whatever. But 9 times out of 10, you're not looking to go pro. I don't know how many friends that I've had or how many acquaintances that I've had where they've been on a basketball team, they've been on a soccer team or whatever, and they were actually trying to go pro. Very little try to go pro. It's just something that they do. It's an activity. But those things need coaches. Why doesn't league? Why do people assume that just because they're not going to go pro, they don't need coaches? They don't need help. Coaches are not there to basically say, hey, you're doing this wrong. You suck. Okay, there's some students that might think that but for the most part, coaches are not there to do that. We want what you want. What do you want? Well, you want to climb. Well, then you get that personality. You get 2 types of personalities there. The first personality is, yes, I do want to climb. I want to climb. Please help me. I need help. Let's do it. I can't wait to climb. The other personality is, I don't really have time to climb. But you play a lot of ranked games, so that doesn't really make sense. I don't really care about climbing, so you're just wasting your life doing nothing on League of Legends, really. You know what I mean? What's another one? I think that's a good one too. It's usually I don't have time or I don't care. I don't usually see anything else pertaining to that. Even if it's just friendly advice, it's the same thing. It's the same type of response that you'll get. If you offer someone, maybe your friend, or maybe like a streamer, I don't know, someone you just know, and you're like, hey, dude, you wanna take a couple minutes to go over your replay? I mean, we could do that. I can help you just a little bit. Let's say you're a rank ahead of them or 2 ranks. They're probably gonna be like, I don't care. It's fine. No, I don't need that. I pretty much know why I'm losing my games. Why is it so hard for players to understand that they're making mistakes? Why is it so hard for players to understand that you should want to play ranked to be good? You don't just play ranked for just the sense of the queue. If you play ranked for that sense of the queue, you're basically playing normals. So just play normals. You're playing the rank to climb. Nobody just plays rank to just have fun. You're playing to get to another rank. So, I mean, unless you're like 1%, I don't know. Maybe there's like 1 or 2% that just does stupid stuff. But for the most part, everybody that's playing ranked is usually playing to climb. But why do they never show it? Why does it always seem like they don't ever show it? Like I said, I don't have time. But you have over 100 games in ranked this season. But you don't have time to climb. What sense does that make, right? Or, I don't care about this. I'm going to go in the queue and pick Yumi. I don't care. It's whatever. I'll just a little bit LP. I'll get it back. Then why play normals? Just do that. If you don't care, why are you in the ranks system anyway? You're just making it worse for everybody else. So let's backtrack this a little bit. Back to what we were talking about. So why is coaching so frowned upon when it comes to League of Legends solo queue? As I said, even if it's free, a lot of players won't take it if it's in the realm of like after the game or during the game or before the game, or if they're streaming I don't know, just random stuff. If they're doing anything related to League, the mentality to a coach is like, I don't care. But if they're outside of that, they're like, yeah, I really need to get better. I get messages all the time from people that are like, yeah, you're right. I need to improve. Even after I've beaten someone, right? They will talk a whole bunch of mess. But then a couple hours after the game, hey, dude, I blah, 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 blah. I could use help. I don't really know this psychology. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Maybe. I don't know if I understand that, because there's got to be something going on in the brain where like you feel like you're doing nothing wrong when it comes to this. I have never seen any other sport. I have never seen any other game where someone is so big-headed that they don't understand that they need help, or that they don't understand that they're wasting their life with something if they don't care. Even people that are in school, even people that are in those colleges, those teams, like I give or take, if you're playing in college, you're probably trying to do something with it. I'm not gonna lie, but when you're dealing with like high school, there are a few people, I guess, in college. There are some people that do it in college just for fun, but those players still want to be the best of the best. It doesn't matter, and the coach is right there with them. And of course, for college, you're paying. Right? Most of the time for college you're paying. Unless you're on financial aid, in which case, I mean, that's a little different, obviously. But most times if you're going to a 4-year college, you're either on a scholarship or you're actually just paying out your own pocket or somebody else's pocket, however you're doing it. So you are paying for that coach. What's the difference? And I'm not saying any of this to like harp on people like, you guys need coaches, you guys suck. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, becoming a better player in League of Legends, getting coached by someone in League of Legends, looking at like people that are better than you at League of Legends, asking questions to those who are better than you at League of Legends, that isn't something to be ashamed of. Why would you want to play this game to do nothing with it, basically? Like, why would you want to play this game and sit in the same spot, knowing you need it? If you have been in the same spot for 3-4 years, honestly, if you've been in the same spot for more than 1 year, something's wrong. The system's kind of designed for you to climb per year. So, like, if I'm silver, I should be gold next season. If I'm gold, I should be platinum next season. It's designed to basically have you climb each year. And majority of players don't climb like that. Majority of players definitely sit for like 2 years or 3 years on the same rank, and then they proceed to the next one, and they sit about 2 years or 3 years again, and then they proceed to the next one. And why waste all that time struggling? Right? If I really care about becoming a better player, and I know that's what's happening, I would be trying to do my best to, I don't know, get free coaching, but my best to ask high elo players. I'd be doing my best because clearly I'm trying hard enough to get out and it's just not working. Something's not clicking with me and I need help. But when you're talking about it with league and players are like that, they assume, or they know that they need help. There's a lot of players that just know that they do need help. I'm not going to lie. But they make excuses, and a lot of excuses, not to get the help. And it's pretty crazy if you think about it. It's pretty crazy how we always have some type of excuse for why we're not climbing, or for why we're playing poor, or why we had a bad game. If you have a friend, do this little trick for me. Let's say your friend plays ranked, all right? And you got a friend that plays ranked, and find it really awful, like an awful game. And then ask your friend, what happened in that game? What happened? Why did you do something? I guarantee you that answer is going to be one of these followings. Oh, I didn't get my chance, so I just didn't really care too much about that game. We had just a bad comp, so I didn't really care about that game. Oh, I was doing fine, and then like for some reason my jungler came and did something, or my another role basically came and did something. There are way more reasons to have bad games, and the fact that we have that mentality to think that it's a whole bunch of other stuff aside from what the hell we're doing is a little shocking to me. It's shocking that you would spend so much time wasting time on a game to just not be good at it. Right? Does that make sense? And like I said, once again, I'm not trying to sell myself. I'm not trying to sell other coaches. I'm just telling you, I mean, if you guys have had me as a coach, I can't even talk. Or if you guys see my videos of me coaching other people, like I don't hold punches, right? I don't lie to you guys. Why would I? If you're going to become a better player, if you're going to become a better person, you're going to have the truth told to you a lot of times. And the truth is, why waste time on a game you don't plan to be good at. Why play something you don't plan to be good at? Now, if you're playing normals, I've coached a lot of players in normals, honestly. There's players that like to be good in general and don't play rank, but they just want to be good at the game. But I'm going to leave the normal players out of it because it's kind of not fair, right? If you're playing in normals and you want to coach to be good, by all means, get one. But if you're playing normals, you're probably just playing for fun. You don't really care about being too good. You just want to enjoy yourself. That's cool. But if you're playing ranked and you're playing that and wasting your life, 20 to 30 to 40 minutes of your life, each game, to suck. Like, that sounds bad, but you guys know what I mean. Like, every rank, people suck. Don't take that as like, oh, I'm bronze and he's talking about me. No, every rank, people suck. In every rank, someone stagnates. Every rank, there's going to be players that just sit there for a long time. Why continue to play the game? I would just quit. If you really feel like just playing the game for no reason and not caring and don't care about getting better, don't even look to get better, don't even ask for help from anybody, and you're just playing the game nonstop, just quit League of Legends. Just quit the game. Not only are you ruining it for other players that are playing with you trying to actually become better players, but on top of that, you're just wasting your life, man. Or woman. Go do something else. If you really don't care about being the best you can be at this because it's just a video game. I don't care. It's just a rank. I don't care. Why would it matter? Then just play another game. It's that simple. Don't like grit your teeth to play ranked and you don't care and then you just get annoyed and then you just like don't care about getting better. So you just kind of basically just keep queuing up over and over and over again to just play ranked. Really no reason. You're not playing to get better. Therefore, you're probably not going to climb. Therefore, we're just playing to just be in the same spot for years. That sounds insane. I'm not going to lie. That sounds insane. Like, ridiculously insane. I waste my life. I waste hours on end. Every day, every other week, whatever your time thing is for ranked. I waste time to queue up, not get better, not climb, sit in the same spot for years, and I keep playing. Why do you do it? Because it's fun. Okay, well then play normals. Why don't you play normals? Well, because normals is too easy. Okay, so you don't want to play normals because it's too easy. But you want to play ranked because it's challenging. But you don't want to get better, so it doesn't matter how challenging it is because you're not improving. So, it just don't make sense. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'll never get it. When I first started playing League of Legends, I hands down sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. I bronze 5, bronze 4, just on repeat. I did that for about a couple of months. As I said, I was new, and I didn't really understand how the ranking system kind of worked. So I just assumed it was like my teammates sucked. Go figure, everybody thinks that for like their first few months, or maybe even year, where it's like, okay, my team just sucks. Got it. Then eventually you grow up, basically. You grow up in the rank system, where it's like, okay, now I know my team doesn't suck, I just need to get better. And now you got two options. I get better, or I don't. If you choose to get better, good job. That's what you're playing ranked to do that. You're playing ranked to climb the ladder and become a better player, overall improve, and you're going to be big boys, and you're going to get all the girls, or all the boys, because you got a high rank. Just go into the club and be like, I'm diamond. Everybody going to be like, oh, snap. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, or the other one is going to be what? I don't want to get better. Then why? I know I'm just kind of going in a circle here, but why play ranked if you don't want to improve? And it's so sad to see majority of the rank ladder, and I'm not talking about just NA. I'm talking about servers combined. Every single server, like majority of the rank ladder, feels like they could get better by themselves, but they don't get better. There's no such thing as getting better by yourself. There's just no such thing. You have to have outside sources, no matter what you're, unless you're just a god at it naturally, and that's just like what 1% of people. You're going to have outside sources. That's the only way to get better. You're going to have to look at things. You're going to have to ask people stuff. You're going to have to see by, someone leading by example. And for the players that get coaches, that's what they're searching for. Because they get to the point where they realize, I just can't do it. I don't know what I'm missing. I need help. Please help me. And most of the time, if not almost all the time, all it takes is that little push. All it takes is that little thing to shoot someone skyrocketing. There's multiple stories that I've had of coaching people where they skyrocket to ranks just because it was one little thing that I said, or there was one little thing that they needed to tweak. Obviously, sometimes some students need to, I guess you could say, quote unquote, have their hand held a little bit more. Not necessarily because they're stupid or anything like that, but people just learn differently. Like me, I would have to have my hand held because I learned differently. I was never in school learning things like that. I'd always just go after school and be like, hey, can you help me out? And then, of course, teacher would help you. So depending on how your learning style is, it still can be that one thing, but you might need a little bit more help with it, or you might need a little less help with it. I've had a student that went from gold 4 to diamond in a week. We had 2 sessions, or 3. I want to say 2, but I'm going to say 3. I think it was 2. We had 2 sessions, and this dude, and he would just ask questions after the session. Like, he would DM me, and I'd get back to him when I can. He went from gold 4 to diamond. And why did he want to climb? Like, why did he climb so fast? He climbed because he wanted it. He wanted to be diamond. Why did he want to be diamond? Well, he wanted to be diamond because he wanted to start streaming. He wanted to start streaming, and he did not want to be bad when he was streaming it. And I will never forget him because as soon as we met, I was like, all right, so, why do you feel like you need a coach? He was like, well, I want to stream, and I go to college, so I don't really have time to play so many games to get better, and I just wanted some guidance and some help. And I was like, for sure, I got you. Cool. Like, I just don't want to suck. I got you. So like I said, there's 2 sessions. We finished. He would ask some questions afterwards, and he went from gold 4 to diamond in less than a week. I would watch a stream. When I watch people's streams, I don't watch them to coach. I just like watch them. If they like ask for help, then I'll give them help. For the most part, I'm just there to enjoy. And he would play Nico mid, and that's all he played. He tried to play something else, and I was like, dude, just stick to Nico. If you like Nico, play Nico. He was like, yeah, I really love Nico. And I was like, all right, play that Nico. So he played Nico, and that's what he just climbed with. If Nico got banned out or picked, then he would, I want to say rise, but don't quote me on that. I think it was something pretty easy. He usually just played Nico if he can, or he would dodge. And that dude wanted it. And that's what I mean. Like, if you want to climb, you'll climb. If you don't want to climb, you won't. But if you don't want to climb, why waste your life? Nobody's telling you to play ranked. And if you're a streamer, if you're not making, this sounds so bad. If you're not making consistent, like if you're not living off of streaming League of Legends, then you should not be pushing through ranked, not caring. If let's say, my main source is streaming League of Legends, I hate it, but I just kind of got to do it. I kind of get you. I understand. Bills got to be paid. Do what you got to do. But 99.9999999% of players that play League of Legends, that play ranked, do not really get paid for it. Or they'll stream. They don't get paid for it. So that's not an excuse. I streamed the game. It's not an excuse to play League and just suck. If you want to get better, you get better. If you don't want to get better, then you should stop and just quit playing the game. Now, if we look at this out of perspective of another player that I helped another player, and he went from silver to challenger. And then he also started playing for a pro team for the academy. I don't know if he's in the LCS now, but he came to me one day and he was just like, hey, dude, do you remember me? And I was like, nope. And he was like, yeah, you helped me out. I was like, did I? He was like, yeah. He's like, I'm challenger now. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I play for academy. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, what did I tell you? Because I need that. And I was like, so what did I help you with? Because, when somebody says that, I still want to know, like, what I helped you with. Like, what specifically did I help you with? And he was like, just things on laning. I was like, really? So this dude just had a little help from me, just a little. And like I said, I'm not going to take credit for all of what he's doing. I'm just saying a little help pushed him to become that and seeking more information and more knowledge to become that. That's pretty nuts. Another player, he was like bronze. I think it was bronze 5, like going into iron, or bronze 4 going into iron. I don't remember. And he became one of the best top laners in the split that he was playing. One of the best top laners. He actually had an article written about him. And I remember the first time that I coached that dude, he was bad. Like, he didn't know anything. And when I say bad, I don't mean like straight up garbage. I just mean like he just didn't know anything. He just lacked knowledge. So I worked with him for about 2 to 3 weeks. And eventually we narrowed down his champ pool to 2. He'd play Camille and Renekton. He got to Renekton before Camille, and then I was trying to teach him animation councils and stuff like that, because Renekton is very technical. Even if he doesn't look like it, he's pretty technical. So, you know, I kind of spent my off time learning the combos, and then I taught it to him. He was like, okay, I know what to do. Cool. We went over his laning phase, and eventually this dude just started stomping laning. Like, he just started stomping lane, like back to back to back, but he wouldn't win his games. And so in the following weeks, we would discuss, like, why aren't you winning your games? And we eventually found it. And once we found it, he ended up silver 1, almost gold. He played in his split. After his split, because he didn't have time to do both, because he had a wife, I believe. He has a wife, and he has a job, obviously, and so he didn't really have time to do both. It was either I play my split or I play ranked. But after the split, he ended up reaching gold. Why did he want it? Because he's playing in a split, and he was tired of his team losing. He was tired of his team being bad. It eventually got to the point where he was the carrier of the team, and everybody played for him. All he needed was a little help. And like I said, there's so many success stories behind coaches, whether it be in league or anything else. Coaches are not a joke, right? We're basically just seeing the potential you have and helping you along your way. Sometimes you guys don't see that. Sometimes players don't see that you guys actually have a lot of potential. And I'll never lie to someone. I've told plenty of people that they have potential. There's a lot more people that I haven't told that, because at the end of the day, if I don't see it, I'm not going to say it. Now, I'm not going to say people don't have potential to climb, but when I say someone has potential, I mean like they have potential to be like 2-3 ranks ahead of them. So like if I'm like, dude, you're silver, but you got potential, you could be platinum. Like when I say you have potential, like I think you're good enough to be there. You just got to work for it. So when I see that, I obviously tell people that, and I'm never wrong. They do have it, and all it takes is that discipline. All it takes is, like I said, getting that outside source help and really wanting to get better. You can't really get a coaching session assuming it's a magic trick. Yeah, I get one session, and then I'm supposed to just know everything and climb. That's not how it works. A coach is there to help you along the way. It's not there to give you just like free magic trick answers. It just doesn't work like that. I wish it did, because if that were the case, man, I wish that were the case. But unfortunately, it just isn't. I can't give you magic tricks, right? Just not how it works. I don't realize I've been talking for 30 minutes. Man, it's been a long time. So, as I said, just kind of wrap it up. CoachBooker.com. Discounts are going away after today, so make sure you... I'm trolling. I mean, they are going away, but I'm trolling. Make a choice. Do you want to get better and play ranked? Or are you the person that says, I don't care, or I don't have time to play it? But if you don't care or don't have time, how are you having so many games? And if you don't care and don't have time and you only have a little bit of games, stop playing ranked. Just stop playing the game. If you don't have enough time to actually be good, don't play. If you don't care enough to be good, don't play. It's that simple. Play normals. That's what it's there for. It's there for the fun. It's there for the ha-ha, the hee-hees, the hoo-hoos. It's there for that. But if you're going to lock in that ranked queue, you better be wanting to get better. You better be asking people for help. You better be looking at videos. That's what it's there for, right? So to kind of just close out here, Coaches are not the boogeyman. Coaches are not BS. We're there to help you guys. And it's up to you guys to actually want to be helped. Unfortunately, a lot of players that play League of Legends, servers combined, once again, I'm not talking about any regions, just everybody combined. A lot of players just don't care. A lot of players just think that they know how to get better, but they really don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be where they are. So if you know that you need help, if you know that you're not good enough to climb, go get the help. Doesn't have to be paid, it could be free. There's so many things online to just make you a better player. It's insane. It's freaking ridiculous. So there's no excuse for you to just say, I don't have time. That's why I don't climb. Or I just don't care about ranked. That's why I don't climb. Like, just don't play ranked. And if you are playing ranked and you want to get better, but you're not climbing, then something's wrong and you need to see a coach so that way you can just get better. Why waste your life in the same spot? Why waste so many hours in the same spot? It ain't worth it, especially with this game is toxic. It definitely ain't worth it. You're being abused for hours and hours and hours in the same rank. At least be abused in another rank every now and then. At least you got a new relationship. Don't be in the same relationship for years getting abused. Find somebody else to abuse you. That way, you know what it's like to be abused by somebody else. I'm just saying, that was a terrible... I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. But... yeah, thank you guys for listening to podcast number 6. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little rant, not gonna lie, but it was also very informative, or at least I tried to be informative. As I said, remember those discounts do go away today, so you need to make sure that you get them down, get them booked. The code will be below. Once again, if you're listening, the code for buy one get one free for the coaching session, the code is free. And then the code for Duo Q, the code is Duo for $30 off the Duo Q coaching. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. We're not even really watching, huh? Thank you guys for listening and or watching. Do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night or day. And like I said again, thank you guys for listening to the Coach Blaker podcast.